Today, I'll be showing you how we work and how we turn our ideas into a full application through a platform called Craft Studio. Okay, let me share my screen. First, I'll show a presentation and then we'll do a demo. Okay. So, Craft Studio, it empowers the team to bridge the gap between AI potential and production reality. So it is a platform which will allow users or developers to create their own applications by following step-by-step process. And then there are organizations. Under organizations, there is SDLC, ticketing, and product requirement. I know that you won't be understanding, by seeing these slides, but then after finishing it, I'll show you how it works. Or maybe I can, yeah. Organizations, you will see SDLC, ticketing, and product requirements like this thing. This is the Craft Studio window. Okay, here is the organization, and then SDLC, ticketing, and product requirements. And this is the projects under organizations. So Humanize IQ is the organization. Okay, under Humanize IQ, these are the projects. So, and under projects, there are components. So components can be front-end, back-end, knowledge-base, workflows, anything. Okay, and this is how the components look. So one project can have multiple components, and I'll be showing you how to create the project, how to create the components, and through components, you are going to create the applications. So components are like when you are creating any applications or a website, each page, like the home page or contact page or any other page, just break it down into components. Okay, so basically here we are going to learn like how to create the components using AI Studio, Google AI Studio. So this whole application, the whole platform is also created through AI Studio only. And then the project requirements. This is the window for project requirements where you can, like, this project requirements is for the users or the customers, you can say. Like if I'm developing an application and I want you all to use it. So whenever you are using, you might find defects, or like you might feel like, okay, what if we can add this feature to this application? It will be more helpful. So there will be feature implementation, or there maybe you want to file a defect because some of the features were not working properly for you, right? So in that case, you can always come here. As you can see, this knows for this features and defects request. So there you can add new, click on this add new, and by adding it, you can file your defect. Okay. And then this is the developer approval process. So this defects and features, you can create it as an end user for an application. But when a developer is working on that project, like for example, if I am creating a project or like application and I want you to check it or to use it, whenever you are facing any issues, you are going to file the defect in project requirements. But as a developer, if I want to fix that issue for that which you have filed, then I have to come through SDLC. Okay, and that is the developer approval process. For developer approval process, what I have to do is, like, first I'll be going to that project requirements where you have filed a defect, and then I have to click approve button. While clicking that approve button, you will get to see this window like a pop-up. Requested due date will be always coming from the customer. Like for example, if you think that it's very urgent, you need it by today or by tomorrow, you can put a date as a requested date from the end user's point of view. And this estimated date will be coming by the developers. Okay, like whosoever wants to work on that one, so they need to give an estimated date and then click on this confirm approval. Okay, and then only this, once you confirm a feature or a defect, it will go to that component spec. I'll show you how. So this is SDLC component specs. Here you cannot add. See, this is the component specs, which is for the developers. And here you cannot see add new button, right? So that means you cannot add or write any feature or defects. You are only going to work on those defects or work on those features. Okay. So for example, when I have created a defect for this, didn't respond as expected. So I have created this for secure check. So this is an application that we have under AI tools. The project name is AI tools, under which this is the component, and these are the features and defects that I have filed in project requirements. But since the developer has approved it, so it comes here. Now the developer side of role is like they need to first plan the task, because they have already provided a date, estimated date, that they are going to fix it by today or tomorrow. Okay, so once they approve that feature or defects in project requirements, it will directly come to this component spec. Okay, and there you need to click this button. Like once you click it, plan task, then AI will generate, like AI will break down this simple requirement into small tasks so that you can do step by step and fix your issue. Okay, so this is the component specs. And then this is the requirement ID and craft ID. So as you can see here also, there are some numbers with a hashtag. Okay, so these are the IDs. This all the numbers that you see as a prefix of your requirement. So commonly we call it, like for you, it might be a issue or defect, or for somebody, they are asking for a feature to implement, but for the developers, we commonly call it as requirement. Okay, and that's why this requirement ID is very important. Why it is important? It is for developing tracking. Like once you plan a task, it will move to plan to do, then open, in progress, and then resolve. So there will be various stages of your requirements, but that thing you can always track it with requirement ID or craft ID. Okay, it will be needed for development tracking, anti-gravity commits, like whenever you are making or fixing any issues through anti-gravity, you will need that with that commit command. Then for PRs, and then auditability, this is for the report that we generate using Metabase. And then roles are like customers and users. They will always raise features or defects. Product owners will be define and manage the requirements. This product owners function, we mainly use it for eating production. I'll tell you what are this environments that we are having, and this SDLC for developers. And this is the key takeaways. Yeah. And after the whole session, you need to fill this feedback form. Okay. So now I'll show you. Okay. So let me tell you one thing, that we have 4 environments. One is playtest. Second is dev. Third is production, that is our production, human executive production. And the 4th one is e-team production. Okay, e-team production is only for those applications for which e-team is like, they want it. Like we have sold those applications to e-team, so they are working on it, and we are working, like they are using it, and we are working for those applications. Okay, so yeah, this is the my e-team, same environment. You will see, like, have you logged into humanizeIQ.ai environment? Any one of you?
Yes.
Once you log in, you will get to see this thing, right? This is the workspace. These are the applications that we are having, same as my 18. Since I have the executive role, so like I can see all the tabs, but generally there are only 4 tabs, that 4 cards or tabs you can see, anybody can see. Okay, so like product owners and ticketing. If you remember, I mentioned this thing for ticketing as well, right? Yeah, this ticketing and product requirements are useful for e-team production, because whatever applications we are providing, if while using they are facing any issues, they are not going to come and directly create a defect in our system. Instead, they have this ticketing part. See, ticketing, this one card, where you can click it and then you will get to, like if I put it like, all users. And by clicking new task, you can create your, or you can file your defect as a ticket. So ticket, this system is only for the users or the customers, not for the developers or the product owners. Okay, so it's a part of Craft Studio. That's why I'm showing it. So these are the tickets, as you can see, like in progress, in progress. In progress means the developer is working on it. Okay, and they can file a defect by clicking a new task. There you need to create your, like, what is the problem, like what issue you have found in your application, that you can put it here, give a description, click on next, and then you can add some more feature, like whatever column will suggest you, you need to fill it, that part, and then close it, and it will come here. But always remember, whenever you are creating a ticket, always you have to mention the organization's name and project name. There is this project name, there is this organization, and then after selecting any organizations, you will get to know that under, for example, under AI products and services, there are, these projects are there. So you can select any one of them, and then you can just file your defect here. So this is only for the customers. The random customers, for example, we have a application called Resume Builder, and 18 people are like, the recruitment team is working, and then they are using this resume formatter application. So whenever they are facing any issues, they are going to file the defect in this ticketing part. And product requirements is for, if you click on that Craft Studio, you will get to see, this is product requirements. These are the products that we have. This is a site for human 18 that we have developed. So this is for corporate products, corporate site. Here you can see all the requirements that product owners have filed. Like if they want any feature to implement in that site, they can file it here. Okay, and just like that, there is this AI products, and under AI products, there are several projects going on, and under these projects, wherever you click, you can just, like, you just need to know that, okay, this is the application that you are checking or you are using, and according to that, the product owner is going to create any file, or sorry, any defect, or like this thing, feature. Okay. This is the product requirement part, and I have shown you the ticketing portion, like ticketing card. This both are mainly used in e-team production, and in our production, we generally use the SDLC part. Okay, so for that, I'll show you how to create a project and how to create a component, because if you want to create an application, you have to go through this process. So first, when you click on that Craft Studio, you will see this window. SDLC is like it is by default highlighted. Okay, so now what you have to do is like, these are the organizations. Okay, and then this is for intern learning area. So I'll be showing you how to create a project. So click it. These are the projects like other interns have created. So you can also create, you actually not can, you have to create a project. Okay, so each of you, so I'll show you how to create it. So click it on new project. Then you have to give a name, for example, test project. And give a description. These are for only for like our team is working on this platform. It's been implemented like it's the new edition, so they're still working on it. So for the time being, you can just make it a like for temporary purpose. Any number you can give, and then make it app by default, and the priority will be medium. Okay, and then submit a proposal. So here, as you can see, like when Mranmay has approved that project, it shows under this organization, which is intern learning area. So where you all have to create your projects under this intern learning area only. Okay. So now once you click it, you have to create your component. Component are the like page. Okay, and which will have some descriptions. Like when you are going to create a page or an application, it will have, maybe sometimes it will have only one page, sometimes it may have 2-3 pages or more than that. So for that, first you need to decide, like, is it a front end project or back end? Okay, so right now I'm just putting it as a front end. Then title, and then need to put a slug, underscore. So the format is given to you like underscore, and the letters will be in small letter, and then you can give a description. It's optional. Supported domains here for you all, just mark it as humanizeIQ.ai, and then owner you have to select, like I'm Anubha, so I'll put my name. You need to give your name. No need to put this AI slug. Okay, and then create component. Today, for today's assignment, just you need to create it. Okay, like this is the like way how you can create your own component under one project. And one project can have multiple components, because I have only created the UX one, right? This component is only for the front end part. It may need the backend also. So for that, you again have to click on that new component and then create a backend component as well. Okay. And once you create a component, then you are going to work on it. So the design that you want to have it, how you like, what is the application that you want to create? How does it like, how do you want it to look like? So everything you will be doing it by coming here. Okay. Like you can generate requirements and then you can create it. So, and yeah, like for today, you just need to create a component under project. So I have created the project. I have shown you. Do you have any doubt? Like, if you have any doubts, you can ask, because this will be the assignment that you all need to create your own project under intern learning area. Okay. Once you create a project, then you have to get the approval. Okay. So you just need to create a project. Once you get the approval, then only you have to come to this Craft Studio again, and then you can create your component under that project. Okay. Any doubt? Yeah. So once you create the component, then only you will be able to create the requirements. Requirements means like whenever you are creating, like if you directly go to AI Studio, like these applications will be created by created in AI Studio only. Okay. And why I'm giving you the assignment for creating the component, because our next session, which will be on Thursday, it will be like a full, like, end-to-end development process through AI Studio.